I'm saying that you're covered. Okay.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. And then which?
Well, it's really a simple agreement, and I had looked at it, and I just noticed this, they have a venue in Douglas County, Kansas. So I think you can either approve it, subject to city attorney approval, or approve it, with venue in Tarrant County, Texas.
Should say subject to city attorney.
Okay.
Yeah. You had a chance to look at everything.
I looked at it, and I had looked at it, and I had noticed that, but I don't remember.
So you're good with this?
Other than that, but yeah, this might be really important to him, so.
Put both those back together.
If
Agree.
that, C and J with city attorney approval.
I'll make that motion. Approve C and J with the city approval. City attorney approval. Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve consent agenda items C and J, and in the case of J with the noted city attorney approval. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Now move to item number 8, which is discussion and/or action in support of the 2020 census count participation with the approval of Resolution 999-2020 by formulating a complete count committee following the presentation by Chris Carruthers, Partnership Specialist with the U.S. Census Bureau.
Thank you, gentlemen and ladies. I was able to meet with Mr. Marvin late last week, and he invited me to come this evening to do a quick presentation, quick by our standards anyway, to let you guys know some of the information coming up about the census. It is the year 2020. We do the census every 10 years, the big census every 10 years. And I've got a PowerPoint presentation as well, I think, maybe. Uh-oh. There you go. Oh, do you have a clicker that I can, that's all. Just the arrow button there? There we go. Sorry, did the greetings. Census overview, why do we do it? The census is mandated in the Constitution of the United States. It was originally in the Constitution so that we could determine representation in the House of Representatives. There's 435 representatives, and those are each determined by population within each state. And so in the 2010 census, some states gained seats in the House of Congress and some states lost. All the ones in blue gained, all the ones in orange there lost. They are expecting that Texas will pick up another couple of seats this time around as well, because as you know, everybody is moving here. As evidenced by all of our construction on the roads everywhere we go. We are required in the Census Bureau to keep everything confidential. They're incredibly stringent on this. I am penalized up to 5 years and $250,000 per offense for everything that I ever disclose that is personally identifiable information, and that's for my lifetime, not just for while I work for the census. Because most of us who work for the census are only on the ground for about a year to 18 months. So I was one of the first ones to come on as a partnership specialist last year, and all of our jobs go away more or less by September of this year. So I can no longer, even though I don't work for the census after that, I can't divulge any personally identifiable information for the period of my life. Except that records are released 72 years after they're taken, because they figure that's about the average lifespan of a person, and by the time that data is released, then the people who are having that data released about them are no longer with us or are too old to really matter as far as the data goes. So everybody that's really excited about genealogy was really excited because we released 1940 data just a couple years ago. The other main reason that we do the census is to determine federal funding. There's $675 billion a year that comes from the federal level that goes to city, state, and local level. And those are all determined on numbers of people, not where the need is, but where the numbers of people are. And so cities find it very important to make sure that their citizens are completely counted everywhere, because every single person that's undercounted is a potential loss of dollars that could help redevelopment and those sorts of things in our communities. It also impacts schools, it impacts roads, it impacts water, it impacts Medicare, Medicaid, every federal program you can think of for our citizens. I'll do this a little quicker, I gotta give you one of these. 2020 is the first census that is online. Because we are so stringent about confidentiality, we had to make sure that the information was secure, and so this is the first year that it's online. We are going to be sending out 3x5 cards to every address in the United States in March, and they will go in waves so that they're not all getting them all at the same time. And then each of those cards will have a code on it, and everyone who receives one of those cards is encouraged to go online, fill out the form. It's only 10 questions, and then you're done. If you don't fill out the form by the 1st of April, you'll get a reminder mailing. Everybody will get one reminder mailing. And then if you don't fill it out after that, you'll get a second, a third, and a fourth. On the fourth one, they will send you a paper form. If you don't fill it out then someone will start coming to your door. So that's the end of April that we'll start sending out those enumerators, and that'll last through the end of July. And that's one of the reasons we've also reached out not just to city councils, but also to police departments, because we want the police departments to be aware that there are going to be people from the census in our neighborhoods. So when someone calls and complains, then they can answer those questions. So these are our key collection data. As you can see, we're in early 2020. We have area census offices there in January to August that have opened. There is one in downtown Fort Worth, there's one in Arlington, there's one in Richardson, and there's about 7 here in the Metroplex, including Denton and McKinney. Each of those offices houses about 50 to 75 employees, and then has about 1,500 to 2,000 employees dispersed out in the field around each of those offices. So it's a very, very large operation. We're looking to hire about 500,000 people across the country. Many of those are happening right this moment as we speak, and they start around $20 an hour. It's mostly nights and or evenings and weekends, because you're going to be going to people's houses when they are generally home. And so if you would like to do that, it's great for people who have a full-time job even, because they can do it and not mess up their full-time job and make a little money on the side for a few months and help out their country.
Well, people that do that, are they given a list to go to certain addresses, or they just get the neighborhoods and just go door to door?
It's not door to door. It is, you tell us how many hours you can work and when, and we give you a workload for those hours, and we give you specific addresses to go to those houses that have not responded already to the census.
And those people, they're gonna have, identification saying who they are, so.
Yes, sir. They will have,
answering the door is gonna be able to see credentials that they say they are.
yes, sir. They will have identification. They will have an iPad. They will have a cell phone. They will be required to identify themselves as census employees, and most people who are hired are going to be working in their own communities. So it'll be areas that they are familiar with, and that hopefully when the citizens open their doors, they will see someone that looks like it's from their community.
Problem is, a lot of people think there's so many different scams out there, and they don't know who's the real one and who's not.
Absolutely. Yes, they're satisfied about themselves as such.
All right.
Yes, sir. You okay?
Yeah, thanks for
No,
Do
you're
they
fine.
have a specific, are they gonna have some kind of jacket on or something that?
They'll have a satchel and then a badge that'll be hanging over their neck,
So they could be dressed anyway.
pretty much. We're gonna ask them to be professional, of course. No, they're not gonna look all raggedy,
I
but
mean, to be honest, I don't answer the door. If I look out
A lot of people don't.
and I don't recognize you, I don't.
but the quickest way to not have someone come to your
Yeah,
door,
to do it.
fill out the census.
Yeah.
Real easy. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. And that's really what we want. We really want everybody to fill out the census, but it doesn't work that way. Yes, sir.
There needs to be ones that haven't answered online. or-
Yes.
Some people don't have access or will take access for online, but
Well, there are 4 ways to respond. We're encouraging everyone to do online, but you can still respond by paper or by phone. Yes, sir. And we support just about every language you can think of. We have the major languages, and then we have all of them, about 59 other minor languages, as they call them, that are not as universal as the others are. So after we get to where we're sending out the numerators at the end of April through the end of July, then after the end of July, we close the census and we start doing all of the